In the first year of the medical school, I started listening fitness YouTubers in English, and I kept listening them at least a year. Probably more than a year, maybe more than 2 years. I can't remember it exactly. At the same time, I was trying to implement the tactics I learned from those guys, though I couldn't be successful in this area. And this helped me to improve my listening comprehension greatly. I was better able to understand English. In the first video of mine about English on this channel, I explained to you that if somebody wants to improve his English, the first and foremost thing he can do is listening English as much as possible and then imitating the things he hears. Back at that time, I didn't know the importance of listening, but 4 years later, when I started to an English course, I understood its importance. Because when I started the course, I was better able to understand English more than my friends, and I didn't have a particular accent. You know, every kind of nation have their own unique accents in English, like French accent, German accent, Turkish accent, Russian, Indian accent, or whatever is that. But for the first time I spoke English in the course, my teacher couldn't understand which nation I'm coming from. Because I had listened tons of English videos and podcasts, and this affected my accent. Of course, I didn't have a native's accent, but I was sounding different than my people. Today I sound much more clear in English because by constantly working on that, I significantly corrected how I sound in English and my accent. I know still I have a lot of mistakes, but this is not bad, right? And in between those time periods where I started watching fitness YouTubers in English in the first grade of the medical school, and 4 years later I started an English course, I didn't do anything about my English in that time period. I know I couldn't speak English and it bothered me, but not so much, because in my life I didn't have an area where I needed to speak English or use English. And thus I neglected working on this language. It was true until the point that I started having abroad trips. The first abroad trip of mine was to Ukraine, Kiev, right before the war, in the summer before the war. We went there with a friend of mine and we stayed there more or less 5 days. And the thing is, when you go to another country with a friend of yours, you don't feel the urge to talk with other people. Because when you have your friend nearby you, you can share everything with him or with her. So that's why I didn't have the necessity to talk with Ukrainian people or with strangers. When I had a question or when I had a problem to solve, of course I was talking with Ukrainian people in English because I don't know their language, but I didn't talk with them too much. And that's why I didn't understand I couldn't speak English and I needed to solve this problem. The moment I understood I can't speak English and this can't sustain like that was my second abroad trip, which was to Berlin, Germany. This time I was alone when I left the country. And when you are alone in a different country, the only option you have is talking with different people. I don't know German, and I was trying to communicate with German people in English. And I realized I can't speak this language, and it was a big frustration for me because I was completely unable to express myself. I understood I suck at this language, and when I turned back to my own country, I was determined to start an English course. You know, there's a famous author in my country, and in one of his books, I once read, if you don't solve your language problems, or if you don't learn a language until you hit 25 years old, this is gonna be way harder for you to solve that problem after 25. If there are some of you guys who are watching this video after you're 25 years old, this is not impossible. Still, you can improve your language, or you can learn a language completely from scratch after 25. There are plenty of examples out there in the world. But the fact is, this is gonna be harder for you to do that compared to someone who is learning a new language at his 18th years old. And that's how I started an English course in the 5th year of the medical school, even though I had a pretty busy schedule. The truth is, I knew I didn't need to go to an English course to learn English, because if you're not determined to learn this language, any course, any book, or any teacher can't teach you English. And I have seen plenty of examples with my own eyes. But still, I wanted to go to an English course because I thought I can get social a little bit, I can meet with some friends. And if I come together with the people who are on the same page with me, who are sharing a similar goal with me, which is learning English, we can share some good memories, we can create a friendship with them, and most importantly, we can come together and we can make English practices together. And I did all of the things I say. And there is another reason why I wanted to go to an English course, and it's because I wanted to work with a schedule and with a professional, or let's say with a teacher. And I was lucky because I met with the best possible English teacher I could ever meet, I guess. Kami. It was impossible not to learn this language if his orders, if his guide, and if his rules are followed. And I did all of the things he told us to do. Nearly all of it. Was it easy? Of course no, it was pretty hard because I was going to an English course 3 times per week and each time was taking 4 hours. I was trying to go to school every single day, medical school. I was dealing with a lot of tasks coming from course and from the medical school. At the same time, I was trying to exercise 3 times per week. I was trying to get social. I was trying to keep my mental health stable and this and that. And I was literally about to burn out. But I managed to overcome those times. And the great thing for you is this. On this channel, I recorded 5 videos and I explained to you that are methods used to improve my English. And you can reach those methods and start implementing them completely for free. And if you want to see those videos, make sure you check the links in the description box. And I say Kami was the best possible English teacher I could ever meet because there's another reason. Kami didn't teach us English. He of course taught us English, but he just didn't teach us English. He taught us the life itself by using English. He was one of the most intellectual people I have ever known and I learned a lot of great stuff from him. And I feel that I am so lucky because I had the opportunity to work with him for more than 6 months. And the more we spent time with him, the more we understood that we are completely on the same page, and when we come together we can share with each other great ideas, great philosophies, great strategies about life, and great tactics. And this created a friendship in between us. Today, it's been many months since the last time I went to the course, but still we are in touch with Kami, and every now and then we come together and we share a lot of great things with each other, and we have a chat in English. And as I told you, even though it's been many months since the last time I went to the course, it's been more than 9 months, I think, still I keep improving my English because I know how to work on this language and I execute the things I know. This is the best English level I have ever had. And if you watch another video of mine 10 months later from now, you're gonna see in that time I'm gonna have the best English level I have ever had because I will keep working and improving my English. I know this is a journey never ending. This is like any other skill, like playing guitar or playing basketball or learning another thing. The important thing is enjoying the journey itself. And I am enjoying the journey because any more English is not a goal for me, but instead it is a tool. I try to learn the life and share the things I know I learned with people, with you guys. I try to spread my words by using English. And that's why I enjoy the journey. This is a way for me to leave my mark on this earth. And basically, this is my story about English. I think I want to thank you for hearing my story in this video and in the previous video. Also, thanks for watching me and following my channel. If you like what I'm talking on this channel, you can subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and share it with your friends and with your loved ones. If you do those sort of things, you're gonna support me, that's the obvious part, but the YouTube algorithm will show you more similar videos. And that's how you can learn many things from those videos, since I mostly create educative videos on YouTube. You can learn many things from them and you can enjoy those videos later. If you have something to say, we can meet with you at the comments down below, and other than that, take care of yourself until next week and bye.